This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. We have a big show today. We are chatting, well, baseball with Helena Senators coach Jon Burnett. We'll talk with him. Also on the way today, we will talk with new assistant coach at Montana State, Miss Katie Bussey. She will join us today. I don't know what just happened to my music, but anyway, she will join us today and in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Well, through video, but it'll be fun to chat with Miss Bussey about her return to Bozeman. So there you go. So we'll chat with her coming up at the bottom of the hour, and Jon Burnett will join us, like I said, as well. We'll talk some Helena Senators baseball and get an update on who's been doing well. Sue, I golfed already this morning. Sue's already on Facebook. Sue, I golfed this morning. So did league, didn't do great, but had fun. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, JasonWalkerShow.com, and much, much more. All right. What else did we want to hit? You can tweet us at JWalkerSports. You can Facebook us as well. And email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. All right, let's get into this thing. This crazy little thing called love, right? Saw a couple of things. We'll update you on some rodeo from the college national finals. But Belgrade and Manhattan last year tried to co-op. People said no. This year, they just got passed at a board meeting Monday night. So it'll be Belgrade, Manhattan for a AA co-op next year, which is kind of weird. I mean, you think about it, right? How many co-ops are there in the AA? Well, you got one in soccer, boys and girls, so technically two, but it passed 6-0. 3-year cooperative. MHSA still has to give its approval. And if they don't approve this, you know we're going to have fun with it, but I think they will. So last year, former AD Rick Phillips from Belgrade proposed this co-op, and it was voted down for a multitude of reasons. One was team name and color scheme. Well, it's going to be Belgrade Panthers with its logo, colors, and name. On the game day programs, it'll say Belgrade Manhattan. And then you got some parents in Belgrade that were concerned about starting positions for their kids. Well, if your kids aren't good enough, they shouldn't be starting, right? I mean, it makes sense. If there's a kid in Manhattan that's better than yours, your kid needs to work harder. It's not that difficult, people. But parents are just idiots sometimes. There's like 10 kids from Manhattan that are going to show up for tryouts, it sounds like. So Belgrade's third season in a AA, and it'll have a co-op. So there you go. We do have some updates from Casper, Wyoming, where Paige Rasmussen took the third round lead. She went 6-3. She has the overall lead after 3 runs at 18-9. She has a 6 flat, 6'3", 6'6". And I told you she's got a really good chance. Really good chance. Taylor Lawson from New Waverly, Texas, set a CNFR record in the breakaway. 1-6. That's flying. Let's see here. Here's your... So after the third night, the 72nd, after Tuesday's performance, your 72nd CNFR results, leading the way in bareback is Waylon Bourgeois of McNeese State. Now, the kid that had won the first 2 rounds must have gotten bucked off or has a night off last night. Tie down, the overall leader is Colin Palmer of Black Hills State. Breakaway is being led by Zoe Bedke of Idaho State. Idaho State's got a really good rodeo team. Saddle Bronc, Michael Womack, Panola College leads the steer wrestling. Grant Peterson from somewhere. Where is Grant Peterson from? Somewhere. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo? No, that's not right, is it? Maybe. Goat tying. Paige Rasmussen, Montana State, leads the way by 0.8, almost a full second for Paige. Team roping last night was won by Jarrett Whitman and Tegan Leno of MSU. Those two sit 4th after on 2. So they missed 1. You've got some relatives, JC and LJ Yakwo of Western Oklahoma State are sitting 20-8 on 3, and then Morrison or Whitman and Leno of MSU sit 17-8 on 2. Barrel racing, nobody. Bull riding, nobody from close. So I will tell you, barrel racing, Jaylee Matthews, East Mississippi Community College, and bull riding, Holden Moss of Three Rivers College in the lead right now. But it continues all the week and all weekend. So keep an eye on that MSU team on the women's side, especially Paige Rasmussen. But there are some. You've got Western is well represented down there. I think there's some from nobody from Providence, but CNFR continues. I mean, it's that Western teams. Both Western teams are good. Men and women, and then obviously we know about MSU. So, yeah, good stuff. That's fun. You got MSU women. Let's see where we're at overall here. All around and teams. So the women's teams leading as of last night. Montana State University is in the team lead with 355 points. Southwestern Oklahoma State in second. Brandy Schock, by the way, of Wyoming, won breakaway a couple of nights ago. Remember, we had her on the show last year. Western Montana women have 30 points and sit in 29th. So there's that. On the men's side, team-wise, MSU women have a chance to take this thing. MSU men sit in 7th, 265 points. Western Oklahoma State College in 1st with 455. Let's see. Yep, I got nothing. Go down the list. Western is in 44th on the men's side. So there's our rodeo update. So congratulations. And I did get finally the year-end winners for high school rodeo finals, who now the top 4 head off to Lincoln, Nebraska next month. It'll be boys cutting winner was Riot Frazier of Fromberg. Girls cutting, Shaylee Harms of Miles City. You'll hear that name again soon. Cow horse, Shaylee Harms of Miles City. You'll hear that name again soon. Goat tying, Haven Wolstein of Helena. Steer wrestling, TJ Sigmund of Dillon. Bareback, Sam Peterson of Helena. Pole bending, Lexi Muir of Big Fork. Saddle Bronc, Garrett Cunningham of Broadus. Zane Schroeder of Roscoe wins tie down breakaway Haven Wolstein of Helena. Team roping Cash Trexler and Cole Trexler, Corvallis, barrel racing Jordan's Lacey Lawrence, bull riding Trey Knight Weibo. All around boy Tayton Erickson from Hobson, all around girl Shaylee Harms of Miles City. Top 4 head off to Lincoln, Nebraska next month. We'll have more on that next month. All right. Oh, and Drea Wacker. Did you see Drea Wacker, the Millstone star, committed to the Lady Grizz? That's a big get. Big get for Brian Holsinger and the University of Montana girls basketball team. So, all right, quick break. We'll come back. We're going to talk some baseball. On this day in history's coming up as well. Bottom of the hour, Katie Bussey will join us. But when we return, the Helena Senators are on a roll, and we'll talk to head coach Jon Burnett when we come back here on the Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle, and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Presented by Capital Collision Center. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Some really good baseball being played across the state of Montana. Bozeman Bucks, Missoula Mavericks, Great Falls Chargers, and Helena Senators as well. And the Senators home this weekend, hosting the Chargers on Saturday night under the lights at Kendrick. And joining us now to chat about the season so far and who's been leading the way and what to expect Saturday night, the head coach, manager. What do you? Baseball have managers, but everybody says coaches in college and Legion stuff. We'll just call him the man, leads the team. His name is Jon Burnett, and he joins us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, long time no chat. The baseball season kind of crept up on me, honestly, but you guys are off to a pretty good start so far. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, we're out playing baseball. It's sunny out. You know, school's out. The kids are excited, so couldn't be better right now.
You guys have gotten off to a very nice start, but you mentioned the weather, and it has been very nice this year. Is that a welcome change for especially since April?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little hot this weekend, but you know, we're keeping the kids hydrated and just getting out and playing baseball. So, yeah, it's been a beautiful year, and we've got a lot of baseball in already. You
know what I feel like is baseball coaches are like farmers and ranchers. It's either too hot or too wet.
Yeah. You know, I can't disagree with you there, but
no, it's just it's true. Jon Burnett, our guest here, the Helena Senators coach, 25-7, mentioned a very good start. What do you attribute that to?
You know, we have a lot of continuity from our team last year. You know, a lot of returners back. The kids that this is their first taste of AA. You know, they've been in the program for years as well. So just a lot of maturity, I guess you could say, on our varsity team this year. And you know, the kids are the returners have really just kind of kept up that same kind of come to practice, come to the games every day. They keep that same approach out there that nothing really gets them too overly excited or gets them too down. And on top of that, I mean, we have some very good baseball players in this town.
Oh, there's no question about that, and they're athletes too. Is what's great about the kids on the Senators. Let's start with Tyler Tenney because he can do it all, both at the plate, great shortstop, pretty good on the mound too. I mean, this kid has really come into his own the last couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, and all those things you talked about, but probably one of the things I like most about Tyler is he's just a great kid. He's a great teammate. Lots of respect, you know, for the not just that he has for the teams we play, but you know, everybody has respect for him around the state. They see he's a good baseball player, good kid, good student, and he's a hard worker. He's came a long way, and he really is one of the premier shortstops in the state.
You gonna miss him next year, or does he get the chance to come back?
He can come back next year.
You're trying really hard, aren't you?
Yeah, so he's going to go get a little bit bigger and stronger over at Miles City and come back, and he'll compete for us next year too.
Speaking of those guys come back from college, Ethan Kientz and Cy Miller coming back, that's nice because it gives them. By the way, Ethan he's got to cut his hair a little bit. I love the long hair, but we got to do something, right?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of Ethan's thing. I kind of look at him, you know, and ask him, you know, are you going to cut that? And he's like, no, just kind of going to keep it rolling. So that's his thing. And if he thinks that helps him play better, then more power to him. I always joke because he kind of has a funky delivery on the mound where he kind of hides that ball. So I always joke with him that one of the reasons that he's tough to hit is because of that long hair, and he just hides it behind his hair.
Well, everybody's fascinated and focused on the hair that they can't see the pitch coming. I like it. It's too straight though, Coach. We gotta get it curled a little bit.
Yeah. That's I don't give out fashion advice or haircut advice. I go with the buzz cut myself, so I feel I don't have much room to talk.
We are talking with Jon Burnett, the Helena Senators coach. Cy Miller coming back is a big deal, too, because not only does that give you guys some experience from the AA, experience playing a year of college ball, but they're older, they're stronger, like you mentioned with Tyler next year coming back, too. But that really helps, and it shows, and it's leadership role, too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was good to get both Cy and Ethan back, and we've had Caden Sell. He was here all year. He's one of those 19-year-old now, but he was 18 at the start of the year. Super seniors, I guess you can call them.
Right.
So we have had good leadership. Before Cy and Ethan came back, but just getting them back, they kind of bring almost a professional, I guess, aspect to our practices. The kids or the players really look up to them, and they're kids that have been off playing in a college program for a year, and they kind of carry themselves a little differently, and our players definitely look up to them.
Who else have you been impressed with this year, Coach?
I can list off the other 13 at some point in time. They've all impressed me, but I'll tell you, the one that's really jumps off the page to me is Hunter Bratcher. He's a junior this year, moved up from the reps last year, and I've watched him play, for years and talked with him quite a bit. And he's a heck of a hitter, but I guess I didn't really know how good of a hitter he was until he got up here. I think there was a stretch where he hit like 480 for us over like a 17-game stretch, and he just has a great swing, very athletic young man, and he's just not really skipping a beat from the A to the AA level.
You got a couple of guys, I think, missing this week for the Shrine game. Judson, one of them, right? And then is Forrest playing in that too?
Forrest is only a junior, so he's not there.
Oh, that's right.
We will be missing Judd this weekend, which that's just one of those experiences in life that, when they come and talk to you about it, you can't say, no, you're playing baseball. So I'm glad he's getting to participate, and he'll represent his school and our town very well.
Hey, tell me about Quinn Belcher and what he brings to the team.
Oh, Quinn's a firecracker. I'm sure you've seen him play football.
Oh,
He's always the smallest guy on the field, but he has the most energy, and he can flat out fly on the baseball field. Whether it be running down fly balls in the outfield or on the bases, he just this last Saturday, I think it was, when we were playing the Scarlets, he was on first base. Matt Burton was up, and Matt worked it to a full count, so I gave Quinn the steal sign, and Quinn scored from first base on a ground ball to second baseman. That's just how electric he is on the base.
Wow. That's awesome. I mean, and you know what's cool about this too, Coach? You mentioned Matt Burton. I mean, you've got kids whose brothers and family members have played in this organization. It's almost like it's nonstop. Like just certain names we're going to always see here with the Helena Senators. Yeah,
we're a big family, and we've had lots of siblings come through. Danny Burton comes to our games and supports his brother. Kind of fun to see him around, and that's just a great family, and they're very supportive of the program.
We're talking with the Helena Senators coach, Jon Burnett. All right, you've won 14 of the last 15. Does that matter as you head into this final stretch of June and July here?
I think so. I can tell you, and my players will tell you, I'm usually not happy. So, I think there's always improvement and things we could be doing better. But I will admit, this last week we had was a pretty special week. We went 7-0 in conference, which is the first time in my 18 years that we've ever done that. But there's definitely room to improve. I think we can get the bats going a little more. Defense, we still have some letdowns here and there, but definitely things to work on and improve on. So I think there are things to work on, but I'm very happy with where we're at right now.
Got a conference game with the Chargers this weekend coming up on Saturday night. Should be a good one. They've turned some things around up there in Great Falls. The last couple years has been not good, but this is a team that always can give you trouble if you let them.
Yeah, Great Falls is a talented team. We played them last Tuesday, and I think we came out with a 1-run win, but it definitely could have gone their way for sure. We caught a break there at the end. But yeah, they have some good guys on the mound, guys that put the ball in play, and they play solid defense. So they're definitely a team to watch this year in the AA.
That'll be a fun one over at Kendrick on Saturday night. And then you've got a non-conference matchup with a team from Idaho. Tell us about them.
Well, we actually don't have that anymore.
Change your schedule, Coach.
I know. They called just a few days back and canceled that. They had some issues with their pitching, with conference games and all that. That was going to be a fun one, though. It's actually one of Cy Miller's good buddies from Miles. It's his team, and his dad wanted to get together and kind of get a couple games in. So it would have been a fun 2-game set, but we're not going to have that on Sunday now.
So you got Missoula. You guys have. Speaking of pitching, you're going to have some non-normal pitchers throwing some innings, I think, over the next few weeks, because you've got the Missoula Mavericks for a doubleheader on Tuesday next week. Then you've got the tournament at Heroes Park in Bozeman, which is always fun. Then you got Fairfield, California coming to town. And then you've got the Chargers again, and then the Keith Sell tournament, and then you're in Billings, and then you go to Minnesota. Do you have enough arms?
Oh, yeah. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out and make it work. The great thing about that is it gives guys a chance to step up, guys that maybe you weren't quite expecting.
Sure.
And it gives them a chance. And as we get rolling towards state, those innings might come in key for us down the line. So we're excited about that. Anybody on our team could go out and throw a couple innings. I mean, we had Forrest Suero do it, early in the year, and he threw pretty good for not having pitched in a couple years. So if we need to, Forrest is ready to go again for us.
Can we talk more moving on this summer?
What's that?
Can we talk more this summer?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I miss our conversations, Coach.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking, man, I haven't heard from Jason in a while.
Well, there was other stuff, and Legion baseball doesn't count until right now, because it's like the majors, Coach. Nobody cares until you get into the stretch run, like the dog days, and now we're in it. When you guys are still playing in school, it's like, oh, you gotta, whatever. But now you got some games that mean something coming up.
Yeah, no, I hear you there, and
all the games matter.
Well, I mean, we do a lot of rotation trying to find early in the season, trying to find the right mix of guys, and these conference games, they start getting pretty exciting, leading up to state for sure.
No, it's going to be a fun final month and a half here for you guys. A lot of games and a lot of chances at Kendrick for fans to come out and watch, and then and start Saturday night with Great Falls, and then you've got Missoula next week in a doubleheader at Kendrick before things get real fun, like I said. But let's chat every week. How's that?
That sounds good, Jason.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck on Saturday night, and have fun at practice.
All right, awesome. Thanks for the phone call.
Head coach of the Helena Senators, Jon Burnett, and they take on the Chargers. 7 o'clock Saturday night, Kendrick Legion Field. Quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk. I see Katie Bussey. She is ready to go. I think she's smiling. She can hear. That is a great thing. We'll talk to Miss Bussey when we return in 2 minutes or less. Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Oh, getting excited. We got On This Day in History coming up. That's what I'm really excited about. Just kidding. Welcome back, Major Mortgage Man Cave. I can't wait. You know what? I'm gonna stop the music. We're just gonna get right to this because I haven't been this nervous for an interview in quite a while. I've known this young lady probably half her life. But this is the first time I've ever gotten to interview her. As we welcome into the show now, Miss Katie Bussey, the new assistant coach at Montana State. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm adjusting. I'm jet lagged. So, right now for me it's 12:30 in the morning. So I'm still awake, but getting back to America.
So you're back home in Alamosa?
Yeah.
Okay. But when did you get back?
I returned on Monday. So I stayed in Denver Monday evening with my sister there, and then drove down to Alamosa with my mom yesterday because I have to quarantine.
That is nuts.
International travel rules quarantine. So, or else I was headed straight to Bozeman and starting work right away. But I'll be up there Monday next week.
Okay. Congratulations. This is super cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I said last week, I had Coach Binford on the air, and I said, look, this is not only a girl that has been awesome to watch on the floor, but also the family. And that was what's always I've enjoyed about my job. And your family, one of the best, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, having a 9-year career, you couldn't do that without the support of your family. For me, it was just something that they always encouraged me to do, to pursue if it was making me happy. I was lucky that my mom and dad got to come over a few times. My mom watched one of my finals in Sweden, so she got to see me win a championship. The same year I tore my hamstring, so it was awesome that she was there. She helped me pack all my bags and get me some assistance at the airport when I had to leave. So yeah, I mean, they've been incredible throughout this journey, and of course I missed them terribly, but that there was never a lack of support because they knew I was just doing what I love to do and was able to pursue my dream and just have unbelievable experience, get to see the world. And yeah, now I have friends all over the place, and it's a pretty cool experience, but they are very happy to have me back. I'll have to say that.
Well, we are too. 9 years in the pros is that's very long. It really is. And whether it's overseas or WNBA, whatever it is, but how were you able to sustain for those 9 years?
Well, I think for me it was really cool that I got to play in different places. In Sweden, it was just a tremendous experience. I was just really, truly supported there, and it's not common for foreigners to go over there and stay for multiple seasons in one place. But honestly, it was a similar environment for me as college because you were just embedded in that community. We built really a strong culture of basketball in that city where I played. We won 4 championships in a row. So, it was nice for the fans to have a player continue to return because it was for me, I was kind of their favorite. And so we started to build really a fan base because they loved to see the players that they loved return. So that was something that really highly motivated me. I was pretty self-motivated anyway, and I just wanted to try to reach my potential as a player. And I do believe that I got the chance to do that when I played in Sweden, especially. So, playing in a pretty high level when we got to play in Euro Cup competitions, playing against WNBA players. And I think it was, for me in my position, where I went to school, all those kind of things that, they took a chance on me a little bit, but it was something that I got to prove to myself and to them that I was worth it. And it was just, I stayed healthy. That was a huge piece of being able to play that long. A lot of things go into that. It is the self-motivation, genetics, and body type, playing style, those kind of things, where it was just kind of a perfect storm and gave me the opportunity to really pursue that for as long as I got to do it, and just really get joy from it until I stopped. And I honestly thought I was still going to be playing until this offer came around. So I still feel like right now I'm kind of in the best shape of my life, and now I get to go and practice against these girls. So they better be ready.
No, Coach Binford said that last week. I guess Darian's really looking forward to it, and because your defense is great. People forget about how good defensively you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that drew Coach Binford, into me recruiting in that time. And I still consider myself more of an offensive specialist, but I mean, if I have to get a stop, I'll get a stop. So I think that's part of the competitiveness of me, and that's also what Coach Binford loves. So I see that also in Darian, and I haven't got to see tons of her game, but I didn't get to watch a lot of MSU games while I was in Europe because most of the time they were in the middle of the night for me and I couldn't go back and watch. So, it's going to have to learn the Big Sky again. But for me, it's just great. It's basketball. So I know they have a really great young team, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting started with those kids.
You had a great career, like I said, in Sweden, the Netherlands. Are you used to wearing orange yet? Is it the Netherlands a lot of orange?
Yeah. They actually, just when I was leaving, the whole, country was decorated in orange because the European Championship men's football competition, soccer competition was just starting. So the Netherlands was being highly supported, and you see orange everywhere. So, yeah.
I mean, you watch the Olympics, and that's all you see is the orange speed skaters going around and around. Katie Bussey, our guest here. What was the food like?
Pretty normal. I mean, it's not really like ethnic food or whatever, it's a lot of meat and potatoes and veggies, but in Amsterdam, you can go to a restaurant and get really anything. They have this huge food hall where there's international cuisine from everywhere. So if you need to have a fix of something, you can just go there and get whatever you want. But yeah, it's pretty basic. They have a few things that are kind of special to Holland. These little fried snacks called bitterballen and things like that, where I kind of got used to eating that. Of course, they love beer. So I learned to like different types of beer. So yeah, I've seen the world. It's pretty crazy.
Now they drink it warm, right?
Well, warmer than I'd like, so I make them put it in the fridge.
I love that. Katie Bussey, our guest here, Jason Walker Show, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. I just have so many questions. I mean, I've followed you since your first day on campus at MSU, obviously, calling your games, PA announcer. But when you went over, I mean, you went to China. You've been all over, and these experiences are not something that every kid, every girl growing up thinks they're going to get. And then you did it. I mean, you proved that you can go out and do this, and I think that's great for women's sports.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's you have to have a little bit of fearlessness. Honestly, the first time I left America, I was terrified. To China was okay because that was a really organized trip with other college seniors who had just been in the same situation as me, and it was temporary. We were there for 12 days. So you get to see that totally different culture, but at the same time, you're coming back right away. When I left for Amsterdam, I had no idea I was going to be gone for 9 years. Everything was so different, even just the approach to how we played. I practiced 4 times a week with my team that first year, and I was thinking, what is this? So you just had to learn, how to get through that. And for me, that's again where I had to be really self-disciplined, self-motivated, figure out ways to get myself in shape, be able to still perform and play because I was earning money at that point. So there you start to feel pressure a bit because if you don't perform, you don't get paid and you get sent home. So you have to get yourself to a level of understanding, okay, this is actually what I do to earn a living, and then approach it in that way. So, yeah, I mean, I just never expected anything like that, but I think I did set myself up for being able to excel in the places that I got to be, and also, kind of be loved in those places just because of my character and things like that. So I think that was an important lesson for me overall, and just really learning how to be super adaptable to every situation, but put yourself in a position to just be successful wherever you go.
It's a little different overseas. Were there scary moments for you over there?
No, honestly, I was really in what I felt to be very safe environments. Of course, you just try not to put yourself in any stupid situations.
Sure.
So,
like college.
I was playing. So, when I went to Sweden, it was a whole different ballgame in that we practiced twice a day, every day. So there weren't even many opportunities for me to travel within the country to visit, Stockholm or Gothenburg, all those cities where you think, wow, you go to Sweden and you see those things. I went to Sweden and went to the north of the country and played basketball. So, I was never really scared. I was always surrounded by people with my teammates or, coaches or anything like that. So I didn't travel, places I shouldn't have or whatever,
Right.
like things like that. International travel experience for me was always fine. So yeah, I was okay.
We're talking with a new women's basketball assistant at Montana State, Katie Bussey, who still owns with the 41 points in a game, the school record. Tell me about that night, because it was on the road, so I didn't get to see it.
Yeah. Oh, that night, man. I just remember that season we had played Idaho State at home, and we lost the game, but we felt like we could have won. And I remember having a conversation with my dad before the next time we played Idaho State. And he said, don't think of revenge, think of redemption, because you should redeem yourself for that performance as a team. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting perspective. And then going into the game, honestly, not really thinking that kind of thing is going to happen. You never do. I mean, I've had other high-scoring games, and you honestly have no idea what's going on. You're just in a zone. The first half, I know I had 10 points, and then all of a sudden we get to overtime. It was just a lot of pick and roll for me in the second half, and everything just started falling. That is the most free throw attempts I've ever had in a game. I think I was like 15 for 18 or something like that, which wasn't really even common for me. So it was just one of those games that like everything happened, and I was scoring in all different ways, and we were fortunate, of course, to win the game. And I know I hit the shot to get into overtime, and then with like 2 or 3 minutes left, Coach Binford took me out, and she's like, "You had 41," and I was like, "What?" Like, I was confused. I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, 41 points," and I looked at her like, "How?" So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just crazy, surreal type of thing where you really just get in a zone, and that's it.
You mentioned earlier, Katie, that you feel like you're in the best physical shape of your life, and you could still be playing overseas. How hard was this decision to hang up the cleat or the shoes and be done? And I know you're not done, but your playing days are done.
Yeah. Initially it wasn't that difficult because of the opportunity that was presented. It was really, for me, kind of that moment of like, yeah, well, now you have to pursue this as your career, and this is the thing you're going to do for the next 30, 40 years. So then after a while, when I would go into the gym and, I would be doing workouts still with the girls, like shooting every morning for, getting 500 shots in a day. Like, I was in it, and then starting to realize like, oh my gosh, I don't have to do this anymore. I still did it, but it was weird, and I still don't feel like I'm completely transitioned, and I think that will come more when I'm there.
Yeah.
And coaching and on the court, just on the side, but I think I still get the chance to play and practice, those kind of things. So you get the feel that you're competing a little bit, but I think it's, for me, like I said before, I really feel like I reached my potential as a player in the fact that I got to win championships. I was a major contributor in those situations, and I really learned the game. I really was able to, reach a very high skill level, and that was for me something that I feel like I look back on and think I don't have any regrets.
That is fantastic. You've been doing a lot of these interviews, and I don't know if you've been asked this or not, but who was the best player you played against over there?
In Europe, I don't know, I have to think back a little bit.
Because you'd get these WNBA players that would come over in the off season for them and then play.
Yeah, and when we played in Euro Cup, we were playing, in German teams and some French teams and stuff. 1 year in Sweden, unfortunately, I didn't get to play against them, and that was so. Yeah, I wish we really got that chance, but we were invited to a tournament in Ekaterinburg in Russia, which was the team that Taurasi was playing for. Greiner still plays there, and at the time, Diana Taurasi was playing for them. So we actually missed a chance to get to play against them in that tournament, but after that, their whole organization took us for like a party, and I was sitting like 5 seats away from Taurasi, and that was one of those moments where you're like, oh my gosh, is this happening? So that was a pretty amazing experience.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what was the most you made professionally over there?
I got paid $3,000. That was the highest per month.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And how long's the season?
8 months.
Well, that's not terrible. It's not
no,
great.
It's okay. I mean, and I don't have expenses. I didn't have to pay for my living. I didn't have to pay anything. So it was just I pay food for that, and there was also so much included in my contract in that time. So really, that money I earned was just put in my savings.
Well, there you go.
So it was okay, not bad.
Katie Bussey, our guest here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, so here's the biggest change that I'm going to see for you is going to be because I've traveled with women's basketball teams, and I've been around women's basketball teams, and even men. You guys all wear like travel suits and gym shorts and sweats. You're going to have to wear professional clothes, Katie, for the first time. Really? Are you prepared for this?
No, I think most people just aren't going to recognize me.
That's what I'm thinking.
What happens. And honestly, this is funny because I've been coaching my girls over in the Netherlands for this last year. And so every day just wearing training clothes, my practice gear, all that stuff. And, at some point they saw me in jeans, and one of my teammates and my girls was like, "You own jeans?" And I'm like, "Yes, I have normal clothes. I do things outside of the gym sometimes." Like,
I don't believe that for 1 minute. I really don't. But I followed you on Instagram, so I see the photos of the beach and sightseeing. So yes, you do have a life, but people don't.
It'll be weird.
They are not going to, because we're used to what you got your hair like right now with the ponytail, and you're going to see it down. This is going to be different.
It's time to be a grown-up. Wear normal clothes to work.
That is awesome. Hey, speaking of clothes, what's the chances that we get a something signed from your pro days to hang up here in the man cave?
There's a very good chance. I brought back a few jerseys, so I can definitely loan one to your office there.
I would love that. It would be fantastic. Because you always wore my favorite number, which is number 10. So
yeah, and I was lucky. My whole career, I got to wear number 10.
What was it like, though, to play with jerseys with sponsors all over them?
I felt a little bit like a race car.
Not the driver, the actual car.
Yeah, like the car, yeah.
I love it.
No, but honestly, it was like, okay, I have to wear this to get paid, so that's fine.
There you go. Yeah, because if that's not there, there's no team. What are you looking forward to the most, getting back to Bozeman? Because you didn't get a chance to come home a whole lot, right?
No. I think I honestly visited Bozeman maybe twice after I left. Okay. So first, just the change, the growth of the city and all the new things and, that kind of thing. Because that happens here when I come home. I'm like, why are these traffic lights here? Things like that. But and to me, again, just seeing the girls, I think that's going to be a lot of fun just to meet them and start to get to know their personalities and for them to get to see how crazy I can be sometimes. Those kind of things I'm really looking forward to. But yeah.
Well, in my lifetime as a women's basketball fan, Cass Bauer, Blythe Hamas, but now Blythe Hines, and Katie Bussey. I mean, those are, Rebecca Alvidrez, she was pretty darn good too, but you're the best pure shooter that I've ever seen in my life. And it was so awesome to call your games for those 4 years and, Bussey for 3 and all this fun stuff and get to know you. And like I said, the family, and I'm so glad you're coming back to Bozeman.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like I said before, it gave me, the chance to pursue my dreams. It was really the start that led to everything else for me. But in my time in Bozeman too, I was just surrounded by great people. And in a time where you're young, I was 18 when I got there. So those are moments where you're really learning so much about life. I was just lucky to be around such great coaches and teammates who just helped me grow into, who I am. And I just feel really fortunate that now I get to go back and actually give back to that. So, it's a really exciting opportunity for me, and I can't wait to get there.
Before I let you go, real quick, A, you've got to tell the parents hi, but B, how much are you looking forward to being able to have a disagreement with Coach Ben in a coaches meeting?
Well, yeah, that'll be weird. Right. To do that. So, yeah.
Now, do you call her Trish? Do you call her Coach? What do you call her?
Yeah, I still call her Coach. Yeah, okay. That's yeah.
I'm
not sure if that will ever change.
Well, she scares the heck out of me, so.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be fun, honestly. I think for me now with a lot of experience that I've got to have, and I think I grew a lot as a player in those 9 years. So it's a lot of experience I can bring back and just go back and forth with her because I know she's just as crazy about basketball as I am. Yeah. So I think we'll have tons of great conversations and really think about it, strategize a lot, and have a great time going after this.
Well, I cannot wait to see you in person, and it'd be great to watch you on the sidelines. You're a welcome addition back home to Montana, back home to Bozeman. I know you're a Colorado girl, but you're a Bozeman girl too.
It's my second home there.
There you go. So. Hey, yeah, say hi to the family, please.
Will do.
I can't wait to see them too. So that'll be awesome. And I'll fill short again, and it'll be a good time. So, hey, thanks for doing this. I know it's been a whirlwind for the last week or so, a couple weeks, but can't wait to see you back in Bozeman. And congratulations.
Thanks so much, Jason. Appreciate you having me on here, and looking forward to see you as well.
That is Katie Bussey joining us here, the new women's basketball assistant coach for Montana State. She is a sweetheart, and I'm so excited, and just great. And I can't wait to get her back on and just relive Bozeman days, and so much more fun. So Katie Bussey, Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. She joined us courtesy of, so we appreciate. And thanks to Bill Lamberty for setting that up as well with Tom Schultz. So appreciate that too. So, all right, let's see here. Where are we at? It is, let's do on this date. It is brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. It is National Fudge Day. That's it. It's Fudge Day. 1909, Jim Thorpe would make his pro baseball pitching debut in the East Coast League for Rocky Mount. He got a 4-2 win, but it causes him to forfeit his Olympic gold medals, which were later reinstated, like 60-some years later, right? 1946, U.S. Open, World War II vet Lloyd Mangrum defeats Byron Nelson and Vic Gezzi in a 36-hole playoff to win his only major title. 1951, U.S. Men's Open, Ben Hogan wins his second consecutive title. 1974 at the U.S. Open, Hale Irwin went +7, but that was good enough to win the first of his 3 Open titles. 1975, big NBA trade. Milwaukee Bucks traded Walt Wesley to LA Lakers for 4 players. Oh, the Lakers also got a guy by the name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the trade. 1978, Tom Seaver, then of Cincinnati, with a no-hitter. 1989, There had only been 17 holes in one recorded since the U.S. Open began. On this date in 1989, on the 6th hole, there were 4. I don't remember where the course was, but there were 4 all on the 6th. 2019 U.S. Open, Pebble Beach. Gary Woodland gets his first major title, a 3-shot win over defending champ Brooks Koepka. Happy birthday, golf-wise. Old Tom Morris won the British Open 4 times, was born in St. Andrews, Scotland, on this date in 1821. And it is Phil Mickelson's birthday today. Lefty turns 51. 6 majors, including the PGA just last month. He's also finished a record 6 times in second place at the U.S. Open. He was born in San Diego. Torrey Pines is in San Diego, and that is where the U.S. Open is today. I placed my first ever golf bet, and I did not pick Phil to win. Although I would like to, but I did not. Happy birthday to Brian Piccolo. Actually, it's not his birthday. Brian Piccolo, we've talked about Brian's song. Remember him from Chicago Bears? James Caan portrayed him in the movie Brian's song, but he'd passed away on this date in 1970 of cancer at the age of 26. Tony Gwynn died on this date in 2014 of throat cancer. 1992 on this date, the longest salami was made in Flekkefjord, Norway. It weighed 1,492 pounds and 5 ounces, and it was 68.9 feet long and had a 25-foot circumference. That's huge. It is also Geronimo's birthday, the Apache leader. He was born in Mexico on this date in 1829. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Boom. The walk-off. By the way, on this day in history, brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. Jason Walker Show shirts next week and to give away. Also, Last Chance Stampede and fair tickets we'll start giving away soon, too, because we, the Jason Walker Show, are sponsoring the rodeo clown. His name is escaping me at the moment. Dennis Halstead is the rodeo clown this year. We are sponsoring him, and we're also sponsoring the bronc riding bonus. So looking forward to that. We get tickets to give away, and we'll do that leading up to the Last Chance Stampede in Helena in about 5 weeks. Cannot wait. Rodeo's back. Oh, so excited. I don't think we really missed anything today, did we? I don't think so. Had a great time talking today with Jon Burnett, Helena Senators coach. Katie Bussey. She's fun. Oh, I can't say she's my all-time favorite player, but she might be my all-time favorite player at Montana State. There is no question about that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable player, but a better person. And she's going to do so great coaching. And she's got a great start with a great team down there in Bozeman next year at Montana State. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. Tomorrow, let's do this. Tomorrow on the show, I have no idea. Got to take the dog to the vet, so we actually may or may not be here tomorrow. I'll let you know. Follow us on social media, also JasonWalkerShow.com. We are going to have some fun, though, if we're here. And we should be here. Got to figure out where to hang that Katie Bussey jersey. We'll figure a spot out. We're going to have a good time. If you missed anything, you want to re-listen, go to JasonWalkerShow.com. And as always, you can tweet us, Facebook us, email, get a hold of us. And we'll see you back here at 4 o'clock tomorrow on the Jason Walker Show. Hey, have a great night. Make it a wonderful Wednesday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.